Think about that. You can light up a whole mountain. And here's the kicker. It's made using technology that was originally created for the military. This is the same kind of flashlight the special forces...
Welcome back, my beautiful alphas. The wolves in suits didn't see you coming. They thought they had you caged, chained, broken. Thought you were just another pawn in their twisted little game. But they were wrong. They didn't know you were watching, learning, calculating, smiling through the pain like a beast sharpening its fangs behind the silence. And now, you flipped the game on them. They're out of moves. You are the storm they tried to avoid. And now, the whole board is fire. Let me tell you something that soft hearts and trembling souls won't admit. This world was never designed for the kind of power you carry. It was built to suffocate you, to bury you under mediocrity and masks, to tame the fire in your eyes until you forgot you had it. But you didn't forget. You refused to. You stared into the void, into the lies, into the eyes of those who whispered behind your back, and you saw it clear as daylight. Weak men build cages for strong ones and call them rules, but you were never made to follow. You were made to rewrite the script. They gave you scraps and expected gratitude. You gave them silence and built empires in the dark. You kept receipts. You remembered every fake smile, every time they counted you out. And now, those same voices echo with panic, scrambling for relevance, because the one they ignored became the one they can't stop. The truth? You didn't just win. You destroyed the blueprint they live by. You flipped the damn table. Their strategies crumble like sand because their chessboard wasn't built for your kind of war. You were made for chaos, and not the kind that tears down for no reason. You are the chaos that cleanses, that resets, that reclaims. You are the reckoning. And now they feel it in their bones. Those small minds in big chairs, those hollow kings who never bled for a crown. They feel the silence before the roar. They feel the tension in the air, like the world itself is about to shift. And you are the shift. They wanted you to bend, to break, to beg. But you broke the cycle instead. You played dumb while planning dominance. You made failure your fuel. They called you unstable, but you were just unpredictable. You were never out of control. You were out of patience. There's a difference. And now that you're in the driver's seat, the roads they paved become irrelevant. Because you don't take paths, you make them. You don't ask for permission. You rip through the walls they told you were sacred. You don't knock. You kick the damn door off the hinges. Understand this? You are not them. You never were. You're not here to fit in. You're here to rise so violently that gravity starts to doubt itself. You're here to wear scars like medals.
Like going on the trip, huh?
And pain like armor. You're not soft. You're not safe. And that's exactly why they fear you. You've become the embodiment of what they pretend to be. A threat in the flesh. Power with a pulse. And now they watch. Oh, they watch. Silently, bitterly, obsessively. Because your rise didn't just expose their limits. It humiliated their illusions. You proved what they feared all along. That they were never powerful, just protected. And that protection? Gone.
This is how the food industry failed us. Nutrient inadequacies are on the rise. In fact, 90% of...
Because you're not playing their game anymore. You are the game. You made them irrelevant in real time. Turned their trophies into trash. Their secrets into stepping stones. And they can't handle that kind of truth. Because truth burns. And you've become the flame. You don't owe them silence. You don't owe them humility. This is not the time to bow. This is the time to build, to conquer, to take everything they said you couldn't have and turn it into your empire. Because alphas don't negotiate with fear. They hunt it. You don't dim your light for cowards hiding in the shadows. You rise until their shadows vanish, until their whispers become echoes of defeat. Let them talk, let them lie, let them cling to wherever fiction helps them sleep. Because while they sleep, you build. While they mock, you move. While they plot, you dominate. That's the difference. That's the edge. They want comfort. You want legacy. They want likes. You want legend. They want validation. You want vengeance. And that vengeance doesn't come through violence. It comes through elevation. Through the audacity to outlast, outperform, and outshine every single one of them until their names sound like footnotes and yours becomes a war cry. And don't you dare apologize for that. Don't you dare water yourself down for people who drown in shallow waters. You're not too much. They're too small. And that's not arrogance. It's awareness. You're not angry. You're awakened. And awakened minds terrify the powerless. Because the moment you realize you were never the victim, never the pawn, never the weak one, it's game over. For all of them. You flipped the script and lit the pages on fire. You turned your setbacks into slingshots. You got up when you were supposed to stay down. You chose war when comfort begged you to sleep. And now, the battlefield is yours. Your footsteps echo like war drums. Your silence screams louder than their noise ever could. And the throne? It doesn't ask who's next. It asks who's left. So keep going. Keep pushing. Keep tearing through the noise like a blade through silk. Because you've only just started. And if they thought the version of you that was healing was dangerous, they're not ready for the version that's hungry, that's healed, that's here. Because this world bends for no one, except the unbreakable. And you, my beautiful alphas, you're unbreakable. You've seen their fear in the eyes of those who tried to break you. The ones who looked at you like you were a ghost. The ones who thought they could control you with money, with influence, with all their toys and distractions. They never understood one simple truth. You can never control a force that doesn't crave comfort. And comfort? That's what they thrive on. That's what their fragile world revolves around. They hide behind luxuries and lies, believing they can build a kingdom on the shallow ground of safety. But you were born in the trenches. You grew from pain. You learned to fight not for victory, but for survival. And in that survival, you found something they will never understand, the power of your own hunger. You are not driven by need, you are driven by desire. You desire something they will never have. You desire to dominate, to rise, to leave an imprint so deep that it leaves no room for doubt that you are here, that you are unstoppable, that you are unbreakable. Every challenge they throw at you is fuel. Every attempt to bring you down is just another brick in the foundation of your ascent. The harder they push, the higher you rise. They don't see it. They never will. Because they only know one way: safety. They don't know how to fight for something greater than themselves, something bigger than the moment. But you're not just fighting for survival. You're fighting for greatness. You fight to rewrite the rules, to change the game. And there's nothing more dangerous than someone with that kind of clarity. There's a reason why they whisper about you behind closed doors. They fear you. They fear the strength you carry, the vision you embody, the relentless pursuit of power that they can't stop. But here's the secret they'll never admit to anyone. They fear you because they know you're the one they've been waiting for. The one who would never back down. The one who would turn their game upside down and leave them choking on their own lies. You've set the stage. You've called the shots. Now, they're scrambling to figure out where they fit in a world that doesn't need them anymore. They always thought they could bend you to their will, that they could control the variables, that they could make you play by their rules. But they forgot one thing. People like you don't need permission. You don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. You are the force that drives everything forward, the storm that shakes their fragile ground, the shadow that grows longer the more they try to hide in the light. And when you made your move, they
Refresh your space with a mid-century makeover at Ashley. From rich, solid woods to velvet-like
weren't ready. They never are. You studied the system. You read the signs. You watch them play their little game with no idea that you were already 3 steps ahead. They didn't know you were preparing for this. They didn't know you had already flipped the board on them. And now it's their turn to play catch-up. Now, they're scrambling to rebuild the power they once held over you, but it's too late. The game is yours now. You've taken it. And they're out of moves. They thought they could trap you with their rules, with their expectations, with their networking and connections. They thought they could manipulate you with their promises and their fake smiles. But you saw through it all. You were never here to be part of their system. You were here to break it. And break it, you did. One calculated step at a time. You tore through their comfort zones like a beast set free from its cage. You didn't just disrupt their system, you obliterated it. You flipped the script and turned the tables on them in a way they'll never recover from. Now they're scrambling, desperate, trying to figure out how to counter a move they never saw coming. But here's the thing, they can't. You've taken away their power. You've erased their advantage. They're playing a game that doesn't make sense anymore. Their strategies are irrelevant because they didn't prepare for someone who wouldn't bend to the system. Someone who would rewrite the rules as they went. Someone who would rise through the wreckage of their failed tactics and become an unstoppable force in their own right. And that's why they fear you. They're not scared of your strength. They're scared of your mind. They're scared of your willpower, your vision, and your ability to create a future where they don't exist. You don't just destroy. You building. You don't just win. You transform. You don't just take control. You become the storm that shapes everything in your path. And there's no stopping you now. You've unlocked the power they never knew you had. You've proven to yourself that you don't need them, that you never needed them. The truth is they're terrified because they know that now you have nothing to lose. And when a person like you has nothing to lose, there's no telling what they can achieve. You've stripped yourself of all their limitations. You've shed the skin of doubt and fear, and now you stand before the world as the untouchable force you are always meant to be. They'll keep trying to pull you down. They'll keep trying to force you into their box. They'll keep trying to convince you that you're too much, too loud, too bold, too dangerous. But that's because they're scared. They're scared of a mind like yours. A mind that doesn't need them. A mind that doesn't need anyone. They've watched you transform from a so-called outsider into the very person they thought they had under control. And they can't handle it. They can't handle the idea that you've become everything they never were. Everything they'll never be. But here's the truth. They don't matter. Their opinions don't matter. Their attempts to manipulate you don't matter. Because in the end, it's you who holds the cards. It's you who holds the power. It's you who dictates the future. You've already made your move. Now it's their turn to react. And no matter how they try to fight back, no matter how they try to claw their way back to the top, they'll...
With Walmart Plus Assist, you get half off a Walmart Plus membership, plus all of the benefits.
always be one step behind. Because you've already flipped the game. And they're out of moves. You've set the standard, you've set the pace. And now you watch as they scramble to catch up with a game they'll never understand. And when they fail, when they inevitably fall short, you'll be there, standing tall, watching as they crash and burn, because you've already won. You've already claimed victory in a war that was never about them in the first place. It was always about you, about proving that you were never weak. You were never the victim. You were always the victor. You were always the one who had the power. So keep moving forward. Keep rising. Keep burning through the walls they've built around their fragile world. They can't touch you anymore. They can't stop you. They can't even play in the same league as you. Because you've broken free. You've shattered the illusion. And now, they have no choice but to watch as you ascend to heights they can never reach. Because you, my beautiful alphas, are unstoppable. And the world, it belongs to you. You were never meant to fit in their world. That world, made of rules and constraints, of expectations and illusions, was built by the weak for the weak. It was never your world. You are a force that can't be bound by their laws, a weapon that cannot be sheathed. They made the mistake of thinking you were one of them, but you were never one of them. You were always different. And that difference, that's what's breaking them. They thought you were just another face in the crowd. They thought you were just another player in their game. They didn't see the hunger in your eyes, the fire in your chest, the blood in your veins that burns with a desire so raw and untamed it scares them to their core. They never saw you coming, and now they're paying the price for their ignorance. While they were busy patting themselves on the back, building their petty kingdoms, you were out there in the dark. You were learning, growing, calculating, and waiting. Waiting for the right moment. And when that moment came, you struck. You flipped the entire game upside down. You changed the narrative. You took the control from their hands and made them realize, too late, that they were never in charge. And now they're scrambling to figure out how to deal with you. But it's too late. The truth is out there now. The truth that you are a force unlike any they've ever seen. You are the storm they never prepared for. You are the earthquake that is shaking the very foundations of everything they've built. And no matter how hard they try, they'll never be able to stop you. You've taken the power. You've taken the crown. And you know what? They can scream. They can beg. They can throw tantrums. They can do whatever they want. But it won't matter. You've already won. You've already claimed what is rightfully yours. They don't have the strength to stop you. They don't have the ability to outmaneuver you. They don't even have the willpower to keep up with you. You are on a different level, operating on a plane they can't even comprehend. They wanted you to be small. They wanted you to be afraid. They wanted you to sit back and accept their lies, their control, their expectations. But you didn't do that. You saw the world for what it truly was. A stage for those bold enough to take the spotlight. You saw that the game was rigged, and you knew that if you wanted to survive, you had to flip it on its head. And you did. You flipped it in ways they never saw coming. You rewrote the rules. You showed them that power doesn't come from what they have. It comes from what they can create. You took their advantages and turned them into your stepping stones. Every move they made to try and hold you down only made you stronger, sharper, more dangerous. And they have no idea what to do now. They're out of moves. They have nowhere to turn. And you're just getting started. When you flipped the game on them, you didn't just take their power. You took their certainty. You took their belief that they were untouchable. You made them realize that the so-called rules they live by were nothing but chains designed to keep them trapped in a world of mediocrity. You broke free from that world, and now they can't figure out how to deal with someone like you, someone who refuses to play by their rules, someone who doesn't give a damn about their definitions of success. And that, my friend, is exactly why they fear you. It's not your strength that scares them. It's your mind. Your ability to see the game for what it is and outplay them at every turn. They can't stop you because they don't know how to stop someone who has already realized their true power. They're too busy living in a world that no longer exists, clinging to their crumbling walls, while you've already moved on. You've already left them behind. You know what you're capable of, and that's why you're unstoppable. You've tapped into a wellspring of power they didn't even know existed. You've become something they can't.
Were you born between 1970 and 1979? If so, you need to hear this. Right now, men born in the 70s are claiming a $1,000 Home Depot gift card, and most people haven't even heard about it yet. You basically get to go on a $1,000 shopping spree at Home Depot without paying anything. And why is this even happening? Because there's this marketing campaign right now targeted only to 70s babies. All they want is for you to fill out this super quick 1-minute survey, and they're giving away these $1,000 gift cards. But here's the catch. This deal won't be around forever, and it's already going viral. So click the link and get yours now before they run out. All it takes is a quick form. No payments, no credit card, and you're in line for your gift card. And the last time they did something like this, people snagged this deal so fast they ran out in less than a day. So if you were born in the 70s, don't miss out. Tap the link now for your $1,000 Home Depot gift card.
One of these people uses the new Colgate Total Active Prevention System. It's 15 times more effective at fighting the root cause of...
Can't even begin to comprehend. They're still stuck in their old, outdated ways of thinking, while you're evolving, adapting, and thriving in ways they never could. And that's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you unstoppable. Because you don't just play the game, you change the game. And let's not forget one thing. While they were busy underestimating you, you were out there doing the work. While they were content with their lives of comfort and luxury, you were out there grinding, sacrificing, learning, building. You knew what it took to succeed. You knew what it took to rise above. And now, all that hard work, all that sacrifice, all that pain is paying off. And it's...
Facts, heathens. So like I said on the video I just dropped earlier, right? About the king, President Trump can run for that 3rd term. I put the proof up there. Thad did it. He ran for a 3rd term. He just lost. Because people was tired of the foolishness. But like I said, Stephon Roots came in the game with all this old rhetoric. Y'all heard all the shit he was saying. I told y'all it's politics as usual, it's business as usual once they get elected, y'all. See what need to happen, a whole new generation need to step up, y'all. Their time is over with, y'all. It's time for the younger generation to step up and take these positions, y'all. These niggas still running off 60 plays, man. You understand what I'm saying, peoples? And to this day, Stephon Roots, he badmouthed Thad. But at the end of the day, they sitting at the table drinking coffee together at their little coffee shop, right? And now he running with Thad playbook, as we can see. Just pay attention, y'all. But like I said, y'all, they puppets. The mayor and council, they all puppets, because they got the dude over there that's calling shots, the receiver. He the puppet master. He ain't the puppet master, but he the puppet master over them Negroes over there now. But he got a puppet master that he answered to, right? Which I believe is Josh Shapiro, who sent him down here, or the last person that was in there before Josh Shapiro who sent him down. That's his puppet master. The governor, Shapiro, is the receiver puppet master. And Josh Shapiro got a puppet master. And we all know who that is. See how the game play, y'all? The game is all about corruption if you're paying attention to it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all about corruption, y'all. But like I said, y'all, the proof is in the pudding. I'm here to announce King Trump 2028 is that's what it is. Most definitely gonna have you niggas mad now. Think you niggas already mad. God damn it. You niggas gonna be even madder, goddammit, once he run for 2028. And it's all legal. Thad did it. The proof is in the pudding. So I don't wanna hear y'all. I told you I always come up here with facts before I start talking my shit. You understand me? And we got the facts up. Thad was running for a third term. So why the president can't run for a third term? And the president is more powerful than these local mayors. So you mean to tell me these local mayors can run for third terms over the president? Come on, y'all. Y'all changing. Y'all make rules to break rules, goddammit. But like I said, Trump need one more term. He need a quick third term. After this fourth term, after this second term, King Trump need one more term to complete his mission, goddammit. And have you niggas running around this motherfucker scared to death right now. Scared to death right now. You know what I mean? So yes, we gonna start rallying early, just like y'all rallying for the Democrat that had that, I can't even put a name on it, run for president. Shit, we gonna run President King Donald Trump one more again, goddammit. Watch what I tell y'all, and it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. We gonna run King Trump on that third term to whoever y'all bring up. If it's that babe that y'all capping on now from the Democratic Party, if it's her, she most definitely gonna get ate up the same way Kamala Harris got ate up during the election. Know what I mean? So yes, King Trump, I'm over here now in that City Hall that's in front of me, where all the corruption go on at. All right? Right here in front of us. Chester City Hall. You understand me? Check. Right off 4th Street. 4th and Avenue of the States. Stephon Roots must take that city truck. He using that as his personal vehicle because it's not parked in the spot. You know what I'm saying? Niggas make rules to break rules, y'all. Y'all heard all that shit that nigga was talking. Downplaying Thad. So when I come up here and talk my shit, I don't want to hear it, y'all. Oh, man, he disrespected the mayor. Man, he disrespected himself, goddammit. He opened up the floodgates of that shit. The way he was talking to Thad, you know what I mean? They was going back and forth at it. And the same way I had my foot on Thad neck about the Cabanas that's still running and operating. That same house nigga that's in there now, Stephon Roots, he was talking about dismantling Cabana. I put the video up so y'all can see the facts. You understand me, ladies and gentlemen? So y'all don't say, oh, he don't know what he talking about. He's lying. That's rhetoric talk. Like hell it is. We got video proof of that shit. God damn it. We got the facts, god damn it. Videos don't lie, god damn it. Niggas do. You understand me? Negroes do. Just to get some crumbs off the plate. This nigga whole campaign was a fucking lie, man. He knew it was, and the people should have knew it was, because the receiver was calling shots, yeah? The receiver is calling shots, yeah? Not the mayor. The mayor wasn't calling shit, yeah? That was the whole thing with him and Thad. That was the whole thing of him and Thad going back and forth, y'all. That's a fact, not fiction. So I just wanted to come up this morning and tap in to the facts that I'm presenting to the peoples. We that thunderstorm they never seen coming, ladies and gentlemen. Exposing everything, lifting everything upside down, god damn it. Lifting everything upside down. Turning everything over. God damn it. But their foolishness and their hogwash. You understand me? So Trump 2028, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. I don't give a damn who mad. Y'all make rules to break rules, god damn it. So at this point, it's open season, goddammit. So President Trump, like I said, you yeah, run for that third term. We got your back. Because we seen it done before by local mayors in their towns. You heard? Local mayors in their city and towns was running for third terms. You heard? The facts are up. Heathens, hypocrisy, heathens of the devil. God damn it. Where them same motherfuckers at? They had y'all line up to take the jab to come out there and protest with y'all with the bus terminal and the hospital. Why they ain't show up, y'all?